Hey, this is Paul from Wondershare MobileTrans and welcome to another video on this channel. And today is one of those videos where we're going to take a look at a brand new device. And today's device that we're going to have a look at is going to be that brand new Galaxy Z Flip 4. And this is something that we are really excited about, because how can you not be excited about a folding phone that you can have inside your pocket? Well, we're going to unbox that and tell you a little bit about it. But before we do all of that, then why don't you go ahead and subscribe to the MobileTrans channel for more unboxings and tips. And of course, if you're there, why not hit that notification bell as well? But before we do anything, we better get into today's video. Can you believe that it's already been 2 years since we had the introduction of the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip? And hasn't that just flown by? Because remember at the time how exciting it was to see a phone that flipped. It was almost nostalgic, and Samsung's engineers did something incredible by being able to give an almost flagship phone with flagship specs, but being able to go back to that flip phone form, the clamshell form that everyone used to absolutely love. Having one of those displays that can fold and not break, and having a hinge that can last for years. And actually, my biggest favorite thing on this phone is being able to hang up your Z Flip when you've ended a call, just like you're in the film. If you're as curious as I am about what's inside this box and how this phone performs, then let's have a look. And we're going to unbox the blue version, which not many people have done. So let's go and have a look. When you look at the Galaxy Z Flip 4, it might look very familiar, and that's because it looks almost exactly like the Z Flip 3. But at first glance, the one thing that I did notice, it had slightly bigger dimensions. This now has a 6.7-inch display, which on this phone looks absolutely fantastic. So now you've seen a slight unboxing of what this phone can look like. Of course, you don't get much in the box anymore, but let's go into a little bit more detail about how this phone performs. And let me know in the comments, is the Z Flip 4 something that you might already have or you're gonna get? Or if you had a flip phone in the past and wanna try out one of these new ones, let me know in the comments below, and now we'll let you know a little bit more in depth about the Z Flip 4. The design of the Galaxy Z Flip has remained largely unchanged since its initial release, with a few minor tweaks here and there. Last year's Z Flip 3 introduced a larger cover display to that clamshell device, which is carried over to this year's Z Flip 4, and the differences include squarer and flatter edges, more visible buttons, larger camera lens which protrude slightly more, and a slimmer hinge. And besides from that, it's actually still largely the same as last year's phone, but that is not a bad thing. And one thing that does carry over from last year's design and its phone is that waterproofness. The new clamshell foldable, like the Galaxy Z Flip 3, has an IPX8 rating, which means it's water resistant for up to 30 minutes in 1.5 meters of fresh water. And it's also worth noting that the phone cannot withstand dust or debris, as it can get into that little gap in between the hinge there. So little bits of water and you should be absolutely fine. But remember, you need to make sure you let it dry out before using it and making sure you charge it, so that will avoid causing permanent damage to the device that way. My advice though is try and keep your phones as far away from water as possible. Remember, water resistant does not mean waterproof. One feature that hasn't changed on the Flip 4 is it still has 2 cameras on the back, but remember there is no telephoto zoom lens here. On a flagship phone with a flagship price, this feels like a significant compromise, but we suspect this is due to the tiny form factor and the lack of physical space. Samsung's main camera still uses a 12 megapixel sensor, but it's a larger sensor, so each individual pixel is nearly 30% larger. And this will help in low light photography, and images will also process faster thanks to the new and more powerful processor on the inside. So your photos with this Z Flip 4 are going to look fantastic if you're going to be putting these on Instagram and sharing some of your favorite moments with your friends and family. But what about the sound quality on this Z Flip 4? While the original Flip had a single speaker, the Z Flip 3 and now this 4 have a stereo setup, with one bottom firing speaker and the other built into the earpiece. If you've heard the audio for the Flip 3, you can imagine what the Flip 4 will sound like. And you might have noticed this, like I did in the unboxing, you don't get any earbuds in the box anymore. So what you'll need to do is, if you want to be able to listen to headphones and music with this, you probably need to go and pick up a pair of Bluetooth wireless headphones. And of course, Samsung provide them on their website, but but also have a look around because there are loads of different ones. Now, despite it being mostly unchanged from the last Flip, the Flip 4 has a significantly larger battery. It has a 3700 milliamp hour cell, which is 12% larger than last year's model. And this is the part that most people are interested in hearing. We spend far too much time on our phones these days, so having them plugged in for hours can be a little bit annoying, but the Flip 4 can now charge at 25 watts, whereas the previous model was limited to 15 watts, so a 10 watt difference there. But you have to remember there is no charger included in the box, and this is the way that all flagship phones are going now, so hopefully you have a USB-C charging brick already that you can plug into the phone. But if you are using the Z Flip 4, I can tell you that if you've charged it overnight, then this phone should easily last you an entire day. But for an entire day's battery life, a flipping phone, water resistance, what is it that you're looking to pay? Well, the Samsung Z Flip 4 is available for $999 with 128GB of storage in graphite black, blue like we've got here, pink gold or purple. And you can pick these up from Amazon, Best Buy and Samsung. But most retailers are offering a free 256GB storage upgrade for the same price as $999, saving you $60. And then of course, some of these retailers will include a free Samsung cover. Not my one, we didn't get that because we bought it directly from Samsung, but it's important to remember that free upgrade of storage. I forgot about that, so I'm stuck with 128 gig, but you can go and get 256 for free. If you bought a Z Flip 4, you might be thinking, well, that's good, but now I've got all my data on my old device. How do I transfer it over? Well, let me talk to you about something called MobileTrans. MobileTrans will help you move your data from an iOS phone, a Windows phone, or an Android phone to this brand new Galaxy Z Flip 4. So if you recently purchased that new Z Flip 4, you don't have to worry about the phone data transfer, and I will show you exactly what you need to do to make sure you can move those WhatsApp chats in some simple steps, so just follow along. First of all, launch MobileTrans on your computer and then select the phone transfer option from its menu. This will launch the MobileTrans Toolkit phone transfer interface. Secondly, connect both phones to your computer and make sure that they are connected to that MobileTrans software. To switch between the source and destination phones, just click that flip button. Data will be transferred from the source phone to the destination phone. Then choose the file types to transfer and press that start button and it will start transferring. Just remember, make sure that the phones are connected for the entire transfer process. If you want to erase the data on the destination phone, just select clear data before copy. Then you just go and check your phone and make sure that data has transferred over. And remember, it can take a bit of time depending on how much data you have to transfer over, but just be patient and it will all work nice and smoothly. There we go. That is the unboxing of the Galaxy Z Flip 4. And it's a really exciting phone that we absolutely love here at MobileTrans. But let me know what you think of it in the comments below. Are you getting one or do you have one? And of course, what's your favorite color? That's always something that's really important when picking a phone. If you enjoyed this video and you liked it, then why not subscribe to the channel, like the video, and of course turn on that notification bell as well so you don't miss any of the videos that we upload here on the channel. And if you do that, I will see you in the next video.